everyone, welcome back to IBP Immigration Law's channel. I'm Ingrid Perez, Managing Attorney at IBP Immigration Law. Immigration is all that we do, and we primarily focus on employment-based immigration, helping professionals and their families make the U.S. their home and helping employers hire top talent from around the globe. Today's topic is one we get asked quite frequently: how to bring your family to the United States after securing an employment-based visa. We'll dive into the types of dependent visas, how to apply, potential challenges, and tips to streamline the process. Please like and share this video and keep watching. Let's start with the basics. When you receive an employment-based visa like an H-1B or an L-1, your spouse and children under 21 can join you in the U.S. through dependent visas. These dependent visas allow your family members to live with you in the U.S., but each type of employment visa has specific dependent visa categories. The H-4 visa is ideal for spouses and unmarried children under 21 years of age of H-1B visa holders, as well as families of H-1C, H-2A, H-2B, and H-3 visa holders. For L-1 visa holders, the corresponding dependent visa for family members is the L-2. If you're a treaty trader or investor under the E-1 or E-2 visa, your spouse and kids can tag along with you with an E-1 or an E-2 dependent visa. Lastly, the creatives and individuals with extraordinary abilities holding an O-1 visa, your family isn't left behind either. They can come with you on an O-3 visa. TN visa holders, who are those specialized workers from Canada or Mexico, their family members can come on a TD visa. So you get the idea in understanding which visa is relevant to your employment status. That is essential as it determines your family's rights and restrictions while in the United States. Now let's get into the application process. Let's say you and your family are getting your work visas at a consular post or embassy outside the U.S. This usually involves submitting a Form DS-160, which is a standard online non-immigrant visa application. Additionally, your family members will typically need to attend a visa interview at the U.S. consulate or embassy as well. And this can happen at the same time that you, the principal beneficiary of the work visa, get your visa, or they can apply after you get your visa. So if the kids are in school or your spouse has an obligation that they have to take care of, they can come to the U.S. after you. During the interview, your family members will need to provide supporting documentation such as proof of your approved employment visa, marriage certificate for spouses, a birth certificate for each child. It's crucial that all documents are clear, accurate, and match the information provided in the visa application. The more organized and comprehensive your documentation, the smoother the process will be. So check out the U.S. Embassy page in your home country to make sure that you have everything you need. You can also check out the document reciprocity list to make sure that your documents are compliant. Type this in your internet browser and it should pop right up: U.S. visa reciprocity and civil documents by country. Let's go over a quick checklist to ensure your documentation is in order. Here are the essentials your family will need for the interview and application process. Copies of your employment visa approval notice, that's Form I-797. Proof of your relationship to each family member, such as a marriage certificate for spouses and birth certificates for your children. Passports for each family member, which should be valid for at least 6 months beyond the intended period of stay. The Form DS-160 confirmation page for each applicant. The visa application fee receipts and any other supporting financial documentation, especially if they're applying from a country where financial proof is sometimes requested. Having a complete and well-prepared set of documents can significantly reduce the chances of delay or complications during the application process. Now let's talk about some of the common challenges that can come up with dependent visas. First and foremost, processing times can vary widely depending on the consulate or embassy. Some countries have longer wait times than others, so it's always wise to check the expected processing time for your family member's application well in advance. Secondly, keep in mind that H-4 and L-2 visa holders have specific limitations in the U.S. For instance, H-4 visa holders typically cannot work unless they receive an employment authorization document, which is available to certain H-4 spouses under specific conditions, such as when the H-1B visa holder has an approved I-140 petition or pending adjustment of status. Similarly, L-2 spouses of L-1 visa holders were previously required to obtain an EAD to work, but recent policy changes may allow work without an EAD. However, regulations in this area is still evolving, so it's crucial to stay updated on the latest developments to avoid potential issues. TD spouses, those are the spouses of TN visa holders. They cannot work in the U.S. with a TD visa, but they could get their own TN visa and work. And for minor children, unfortunately, neither the H-4 nor the L-2 or TD visas allow children to work or seek work authorization. They are allowed to attend school, however, and may enroll in public or private schools. Let's discuss a few tips to help expedite the process and make family reunification a little bit easier. One effective way to expedite is to start the process as soon as you receive approval for your own employment visa. Gathering the required documents early and scheduling interviews promptly can make a difference, especially if you're working against processing delays at certain consulates. If you are in the US changing your status to be able to work and your family is abroad, check if premium processing is available for the petition. While premium processing is an offer for the DS-160 visa application itself, using it for your petition may expedite the overall timeline. By ensuring your petition is approved quickly, you can help your family start their dependent visa application sooner. However, if your family is inside the United States, it may be much easier and faster and cost-effective to change their status at the same time you change yours. Once your family arrives in the United States, maintaining their non-immigrant visa status is essential. Dependent visas are directly tied to the primary visa holder status. This means that any changes to your employment or your visa status can impact your family's legal status in the United States as well. For example, if you change employers on an H-1B visa, it's crucial to ensure your H-1B transfer is seamless to avoid disruptions to your family's H-4 status. Always keep USCIS updated with address changes and consult with an immigration attorney if there are any significant changes to your work situation. As a final set of tips, keep all visa-related documentation organized and easily accessible. Make digital copies of everything and keep them securely stored. This way, you'll have quick access to important documents if they're needed for any future applications or extensions. Also remember that dependent visas need to be renewed if your family plans to stay beyond their initial approval period. Staying on top of visa expiration dates and planning renewals in advance will help prevent any lapses in status. And if your family members wish to transition to another visa type, such as an F1 student visa or eventually get a green card, you'll want to consult with an immigration attorney to ensure that all requirements are met. So to recap, bringing your family to the United States on a dependent visa requires careful planning, proper documentation, and a strong understanding of each family member's rights and limitations. By following these steps and being proactive, you can make the process much smoother and avoid some of the common pitfalls that we see in these cases. At IBP Immigration Law, we're here to help you and your family make the U.S. your home. If you have any questions or need personalized assistance with your family's visa applications, don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you for watching, and if you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more insights and tips on navigating the U.S. immigration process. See you next time.